Welcome to The Switch, podcasts that are wired to online and offline marketing.
Alrighty, welcome back to The Switch. We are wired for some entertainment.
Yes, let's get into it.
Sounds like a plan.
This is the fun part of the show. We got Mr. Paul Roach here, business coach extraordinaire, and he will be passing some comment on our taste in TV adverts.
That's right.
Part 2.
Part 2.
We went through quite a few very, very amusing TV adverts in the last episode. Let's hope these live up to expectation. So
We're going to do yours first.
We're going to do my selection first.
Okay.
One not so personal and one very, very personal.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
here we go for the first one. And we are commenting on the branding, how it has seared not only the product but the memory of this advert into our brains. So quality of the branding is paramount. Started.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell it. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Check it out.
Oh man, that was amazing.
How good is that?
That was a great ad. I love that.
classic
Freaking awesome.
is that?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
brilliant.
Brilliant product placement, but just funny, entertaining.
You just want to watch it again and again
Yeah,
because you
that's
think
right.
you've missed something, don't
Yeah,
you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a
Very
good
clever.
one.
It's very clever. Yeah,
And Old Spice, you know the smell, don't you?
absolutely.
Everyone knows the smell. I mean, I don't think
No,
anyone uses.
I could actually smell it while I was
Oh,
watching.
I actually thought you were going to say I still use it. It's like, oh, jeez.
He hasn't shaved for a
I
while.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be
that's
admitting to that. Was it an aftershave or was it cologne or a bit of?
It was an aftershave.
I couldn't really figure it out.
My dad used it. I remember
really?
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
smell.
remember even pinching it when I was a teenager. Had that little plastic white cap that fit in the little hole. And
Yeah, it did. It did. Yes,
Chrome metal
it
piece
did.
on
That's
the
the
top.
one.
Yeah, it was a ceramic bottle. Yeah, I remember
Wow.
Very good.
How good was that branding? It had a ship, didn't it? Have a
that.
little
Yeah,
ship.
yes, a little ship. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
I don't know if
incredible.
you noticed, but there was some really clever stuff that related to Old Spice right through that commercial as well. You know,
Oh, wow.
with the ship, he was on the boat. The white and the contrast with the red.
Yeah,
so really
that's
cool. There's some good
right.
stuff. Yeah.
Very, very well tied to the branding there. Ah, good job there. Right, this next one, I've got 3 more, but they're going to be in quick succession. Okay, so a little bit of a background. When I was playing professional rugby back in Leicester, I took a student a year out working at Walker's Crisps.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys have know
No.
of Walker's Crisps, but they are like the premier crisp making company in the world,
Wow.
and they make the nicest crisps. So I don't eat crisps now because you just can't live up to it.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
it may be a taste thing, but when you go
Yeah.
to the UK, you've got to try out Walker's Crisps. And they
Okay.
started out in Leicester.
Alright.
And when they were doing their marketing, they picked this one footballer called Gary Lineker. And you being a footballer, probably have heard of Gary Lineker. He played
I've actually heard of the name.
yeah.
Yeah, I have.
He played for England, but he was born and bred in Leicester. He played
Okay.
for Leicester, and he was the all-round nice guy. He was a good-looking guy. He was such a nice personality. So they went, Gary, you're going to be our brand.
Yep.
And it was a masterstroke. So they created a set of adverts that spanned decades.
Wow.
Using him as the one brand. He was the brand.
Yep.
And
And I'm sure he was paid handsomely as
he
well.
may have been paid handsomely. I have no
Lots
idea.
of packet of crisps. By the
Mm.
look of it.
Lots of packets of crisps, but these adverts were actually quite iconic. and you'll probably see why. Because his reputation was obviously being Mr. Nice Guy. So let's just. This is the first one that I remember, and it was released pretty much straight after the World Cup. I think it was the '86 World Cup.
Yep.
Got lot of fingers. And a space cadet moment. Feel like a goose?
Bloody British paints.
British paints will replace you.
Hey, British paints! Look at that.
Oh, we can't have,
Adverts aren't the same.
we can't have British paints now because they had Rolf Harris in them here. Okay.
Oh,
So that's Leicester Station, right?
yeah.
Yep.
You got the newspaper guys. You got the walking out the station. So local. You know, him picking up kids. Oh, he's just a hero coming back from the World Cup. Look at that wink. Saying hello to the locals. Corner shop. Local kids playing football. Saying, hey, there's Gary.
Oh, there you go. Product placement. So it's gone from black and white to colour.
Crisp, as irresistible as introduces a new cheese and onion flavour. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
I love it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
And that's
actually really cool.
it's really
Yeah.
cute, really cute. And this sort of theme continued
No
for
more
the next
Mr.
couple.
Nice Guy.
And where's the? There we go.
New Walker's Crinkles. With more flavour, you'll fall in love with the groove.
Wow, and there's quite a bit of time difference between those two as well.
Yeah,
So he was doing
absolutely.
it for some time.
Yeah, it was pretty special. And then there's this last
And
cute one.
and also they're taking the piss and having a bit of fun with it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
just run with it.
Because you know what you're getting. You're gonna get something, some twist. Product placement. And they finally win. So yeah, it's something very, very, very personal to me. Yeah. What? Oh, sorry. I mentioned I worked at Walker's Crisps.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
And
took a year off.
I took a year off, but that made me turn into a teacher because I hated computers at the end of that year. And you know what? They didn't give us any free Walker's Crisps.
No way.
No, they
What?
didn't give us anything. So that
Wow.
was really, really stingy.
That sucks.
Okay.
And you still promote their product.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do.
Shamelessly
Because
promote
they
their
are,
should be getting
product.
paid,
they are
You
so
should
nice.
be.
Okie dokie. So we're going to delve into yours, Paul.
There'll be some classics here, I'm sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Something to cast the memory back.
I'm going to put that hard-boiled egg into this milk bottle. Looks impossible. A water paper. I light it. Put it into the bottle. Fire goes out. Reduction in pressure. An egg on top. Watch it. In it goes. There. The atmosphere pushed it in. The atmosphere did the work. So too Cadbury does the work. They put all the goodness of a glass and a half of full cream dairy milk into every 200-gram block of this chocolate.
Yes, Professor, I'll tell you. It's the tastiest, man.
Of course, but also the nourishment in a glass and a half of
The nourishment.
That's right. The nourishment.
That's why I say, when you think of chocolate, think of Cadbury.
Oh.
How shameless is
What?
Didn't he do a series of them? And he did
Oh,
different experiments?
wow.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, that's incredible.
Just got
There
that
would be,
voice. You hear that voice and you knew straight away what it was.
Yeah, exactly right.
they'd be shot down nowadays, claiming the nourishment side
Oh,
of
I'm
things.
pretty sure they would be.
Jeez,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And it seemed pretty serious. It didn't seem tongue in cheek, did it?
No.
No.
Oh, jeez,
No.
that is very.
It's had full cream milk in it. It had to be nourishing. That's right.
Oh,
Brilliant.
jeez.
Brilliant.
Oh, Semrush, get it. It's really cool.
Cottee.
Hey.
Kids deserve Cottie's Cordials. Cottie's, with a great taste of 25% fruit juice.
Oh, nice. Squeezing that down. Takes me back.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up,
You
can you?
can't.
Well, they were making that stuff up, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
And
Wow.
literally, my mum used to bring out cordial in a glass container and serve it out there while
That's
we were
right.
running around the backyard.
That's
doing
right.
stuff.
Exactly right.
Exactly.
A sign of growing up in Australia, isn't it? Yeah, it's
But I had an orchard.
exactly right. In your backyard.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole idea of pushing the freshness of the product and there's real fruit in it. I
Absolutely.
mean, it did the job. It's good branding. It did the job. Communicated well.
25% worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
25%.
The rest is straight
Oh,
sugar,
man.
but it's okay.
Yeah, straight sugar.
Jeez, man, that was
The rest is sugar.
That's about as that's slanderous
Mate,
as the Cadbury's
Are
one.
you kidding? The Aussies did this the best. They just
Just make it up as you go along. She'll be right.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Classic. They are classic. I've never seen them before, but boy,
Okay.
are they funny.
Okay. Oh, Paul Hogan.
Of course.
Good.
Winfield.
Yeah.
G'day. I've been asked to talk to you, see. I'm being a suave, sophisticated man about town. I thought I'd do the job with a bit of, polish and a touch of class. So I'll get the boys back here to set the scene with a bit of the old mood music. When you're ready, Boris. Anyhow, what I got here is a new brand of cigarettes, Winfield. Have a go with them. Now you might say nothing extraordinary about that. Well, I got news for you. And if you're a smoker, it'll be the best bit of news you've had in 10 years. And these new Winfields are 40 cents. That's about the price you should be paying for a good smoke. So let me go to the length of it. This would have to be the best cigarette value in Australia today. No risk. And it's not just the extra length. It's a good tobacco. Mild, quality all the way. Well, how good's that for 40 cents? Anyhow, just to give these new Winfields a bit of a welcome, I'll hand you back to Boris and the boys in the band. Boris, old mate.
And that soundtrack was synonymous with this particular cigarette.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. For many, many years, wasn't it?
Yeah. And they did it just great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Use of music
And a Winfield.
and, that catchy sort of phrase. 40 cents. I just love the way they just tell me straight up. And have a go at the length of it.
Yeah. They knew.
They were the days, hey,
Oh,
when
the
cigarette
days.
advertising was plastered
That's
everywhere.
right. Absolutely.
Wowza.
Like just about every second commercial would have been a cigarette commercial. And or
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's changed so much, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. The sporting events are all sponsored by the cigarette companies as well.
Absolutely.
Formula One.
I remember the backlash
Cricket.
when all that started changing. Yeah, the cricket,
The cricket, the
everything.
Benson and Hedges World Cup.
Yeah.
It's always that.
Everything
Yeah.
started changing. Oh no, we can't have
Can't have it. We'll go broke.
a cancer causing agent being the the highlight behind the screen. You know, our kids are watching this. Our kids are following the sport. I mean, I get it, but actually, as a kid, I don't even remember being even vaguely influenced by any of that stuff.
No, I don't think so either.
I never took up smoking or anything like that. But
I drank Coke.
yeah, well,
And that product placement.
that's because your mum would just go, "Here, Steve,
Yeah.
take this and shut up."
But
Worked every time.
but from a branding perspective, geez, man, all those three. Very.
Yeah. And as I said, that soundtrack, that classical soundtrack,
Yeah.
and then the singing that came in on top of it, that was just right through everything. So whenever you heard that piece of music, you knew that it was Winfield, and you already saying in your head anyhow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
that's
heard
right.
Oak saying it. You know,
Yeah.
so that's powerful product placement, good branding.
And
It might not have been the greatest product and everything like that, but it was good.
But then the price on top of it.
Yeah.
It says what it's what it says on the tin, innit?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Wayne.
Okay.
Great selection there, Paul. Really,
Very
really
good, Paul.
classic.
Please have brought back memories, please.
It was. Yeah, I mean, that was a good time. So my kids tell me all the time, man, I wish I grew up in the 70s like you.
Yeah.
It
You
was a
don't-
good time.
They don't make adverts like this.
No, they don't.
anymore.
The music's different, the quality of the talent,
Yep.
Yeah.
the slogans. Oh, man, the jingles were just brilliant.
Oh, awesome.
Alrighty.
Yeah. See the product placement.
Oh no! Is he going to survive? Oh, he must drink solo.
Watch this. He just dribbles it down his cheek. We used to do that. We used to go, come on, so-and-so, we just let it fall over our face.
We should bring a solo in next time, shouldn't we?
I'll do a live demo.
I'll tell you
Loved
what,
it.
the next time I go down rapids, I'm going to bring a solo.
Oh, yeah, man. That was the final bit at the end. And I remember my mum's going, oh, God, he's spilling it all over himself. And that's all we used to do. We'd purposely spill it down the front of our shirts.
Did they sell any rafts?
No, I don't think so.
Because that would be really cool.
Yeah.
You'll never overturn in a
Great,
raft
great
with solo on
jingle.
it.
Great jingle again.
Yeah.
Just like memorable stuff.
Real hard, real working man's jingle there. Classic.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, advert number 2. This is not it.
This is not it. Go on, I didn't recognise that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't remember that at all.
Oh, I love this.
Um,
Yellow Pages, man. That was like, everyone would say that. So that became a saying. Everyone would say it.
What did she say?
Not happy, Jan. And so that became a saying. And so when somebody wasn't there, they began, oh, not happy, Jan. It just became synonymous with anything. And everyone would say it.
Oh,
So
wow.
like it just
Yeah.
goes to show that the power of just one advert for the Yellow
Yeah.
Pages, because she forgot to place the ad,
Yep.
and the importance of, if you miss, you can't not put your ad in the Yellow Pages. That's where you go to be seen.
Yep.
That was that form of advertising. And I'll tell you what,
yeah,
it
okay.
costs you an arm and a leg too. Yellow Pages
Oh, yeah.
advertising was very expensive.
Yeah.
And that not happy Jan thing, like everyone would say it. Be going, oh, not happy Jan, like just
Yep.
people just
And you
run
know
off their
instantly,
tongue. Yeah,
yeah.
you just knew straight away. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I chose it, because it's funny how you can get something from an advert that just becomes almost like cultural.
Yeah.
It did. Everyone was
Absolutely.
saying it. Everyone would use it.
Oh, brilliant. Alrighty. Third one.
Is this the controversial one?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it's your third one.
Ah, so.
Yeah. I love this. Qantas. I remember when they released this.
Yeah.
It was, the scope of this was like nothing anyone had ever done.
Strange.
Well, they took them everywhere. They just took these people everywhere. Well, they're an airline, so there shouldn't have been an issue. But it was that. Who was the singer? Was it Peter Allen?
Yes.
Still Call Australia Home.
Yep.
And he made that song really famous, and then they've adopted it and done it this way. And so for an airline, you know, it was just beautiful placement. You got glimpses of all over the world. You've got this song that resonated with the Australian public at the time.
Yeah.
And that song became really famous because he passed away, I think. I'm not sure before or after, but and then you just got that shot of a Qantas plane just going into it. Oh, it's just
Wow.
It was great. It was like goosebumps. It was brilliant product placement. Very good use of a well-known song personality, and then just using an airline to show the world. It was awesome. And they had a very long version. I think they had like in those days you had your 30-second spot, you had your 60-second spot, and I think theirs was like a 90-second spot. That didn't happen on TV too often because it was very expensive in those days, and it was just like this massive. So you really felt the scope of what they were selling. So it was very good, very good.
Sort of got the Cokead vibes.
Yes.
I like to teach the world, but that was all in one place. This is
right.
Completely,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Absolutely different, isn't it?
And it was before CGI and all that stuff. So you literally had to take the people there. You couldn't just throw them on the screen and do it.
I'll tell you what, it's an advert you'd want to bring back now to get people to travel again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just to get that retro feeling.
It resonates again now.
Because people will remember it, and the people who will remember it are the ones who are going to travel.
Yep.
Right. And then let's see what this one's all about.
I was working in advertising at the time when this came out.
Oh,
blatant!
Wow!
Blatant! Like when that got released. As I said, I was working in advertising, and I can't remember the agency that put it together. But oh man, did they come under scrutiny? Yeah. It was all over the news. It was on current affairs. It was on all these. It was on radio. Everyone was talking about it.
Wow!
Because it was this blatant, sexuality that was behind the
ad.
Like now today, we discussed earlier, Paul. That's no one even thinks twice. But then
it
was
groundbreaking.
It was absolutely
pushing me on.
And did you actually realise what it was for, Steve?
Underwear.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good. At least that
it was a struggle.
That's right.
But wow, I've never seen that before. That is very, very controversial. What year was that?
I remember my brother going, "Lucky ants."
Yeah. Jeez. What year was that?
That was 80s.
80s?
Yeah, late 80s.
Late 80s, yeah.
Good selection.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s, I think it was. Might have been early 90s or around that 90 mark.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
Great selection, guys. Brilliant.
Yes, awesome. Good stuff, guys.
Well done.